Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. The topic of my today's talk is effects of magnetic quantization on ion acoustic waves in ultra-relativistic dense plasmas. What are the magnetic quantizations and what are the ion acoustic waves and what is the relativistic dense plasma? The magnetic quantization is the phenomena similar to the Zeeman effect. Basically, plasma is the gas of ions, electrons, and neutral particles, which shows collective behavior. Ions and electrons are moving freely inside the plasma. When the magnetic field is applied on the plasma, the electrons and ions start gyrating across the magnetic field lines. If the plasma is quantized, the gyratory motion becomes similar to the orbital motion of the electrons about the nucleus in an atom. And as the magnetic field is applied, that orbital motion gets quantized. That is called magnetic quantization, a Landau quantization. And in this lecture, we are going to identify or going to specify what might be the effects or impacts of this effect, Landau quantization, on the propagation mechanism of ion acoustic waves in a ultra-relativistic dense plasma. The arrangement of my talk would be as, first of all, I would like to give a brief introduction of the topic I am going to discuss here. Then I will spread some light on the phenomena of magnetic quantization, and I will discuss the conditions which are satisfied by the electrons while the waves are propagating in the electrons which get trapping in the potential of the electromagnetic ion acoustic waves. And after that, I will focus how the density will be modified how the density of the charged particle in quantum plasma get modified by the magnetic quantization. And after that, I will discuss the linear analysis. I will derive the dispersion relation of ion acoustic waves under the regime of linear conditions, and will discuss how the phase velocity and group velocity of the wave is modified by the Landau quantization. And after that, I will discuss the derivation of the Sagdev potential and the condition that must be satisfied by the Sagdev potential for the existence of solitary waves. And also, I will put a light on the range of Mach number which are be available for under certain conditions. And at the end, I will analyze or discuss our investigation in terms of graphics and numerical. And at the end, I will provide some summary of the study. Introduction. Here, our focus is to investigate the ion acoustic solitary waves in a plasma consisting of ultra-relativistic degenerate electrons and non-relativistic old classical ions. Ion acoustic waves are basically low-frequency waves which involve the dynamics of the ions. These waves are longitudinal waves. These waves, the compression or rarefaction for these waves are produced in the ion fluid instead of electrons. In this our study, we will assume our electrons are degenerate and ultra-relativist, whereas ions are being massive particles are classical and non-relativistic. Another thing, what are the salty waves? Salty waves are the special waves which are formed when the non-linearity effects and linearity effects are balanced each other. These are the stable profiled, which are in the form of hump or dip shaped nonlinear waves. Hump shaped waves are called solitary waves, and dip shaped nonlinear waves are called cavitons. Degenerate plasma is such a low temperature, high density plasma for which the thermal temperature is smaller than the Fermi temperature. As we all know, the thermal temperature has nothing to do with the density. It depends upon the condition in which plasma has been formed and how much energy has been transferred to the plasma, to the material to get converted into plasma, whereas Fermi temperature is nothing except the density. The Fermi temperature, what is the relation of Fermi temperature with the density has been given here in this expression. You see here, the Fermi temperature is directly proportional to the density with power 2 by 3 when the temperature is taken in Kelvin. And it's a constant number multiple is there, which is 4.35 times power minus 11. This definition of Fermi temperature is in the case of non-relativistic plasma. And for ultra-relativistic plasma, the Fermi temperature dependence on the density get changes, and it is equal to 70.84 times power minus 2 times number density of the electrons or electrons power 1 by 3 in Kelvin. When we can also have a condition here in what would be at least density of the plasma for the plasma to be degenerate, to be relativistic. Here is the density of the degenerate plasma is related with the thermal temperature and the Fermi momentum here, which is equal to 6 times 10 to the power 29 into Fermi momentum cube of the Fermi momentum to the m0 c ratio. Multiply 1 plus ratio square of the ratio of thermal temperature Fermi temperature. You see here the parameter which decide whether the given plasma is relativistic or non-relativistic depends upon the ratio of the Fermi temperature to rest mass ratio. If this ratio is smaller than the unity, our plasma will be degenerate and non-relativistic. Whereas if this PF is larger, Fermi momentum is larger than the rest mass momentum, the plasma will be degenerate as well as relativistic. And minimum density of the degenerate plasma, relativistic degenerate plasma must be in the order of 6 times 10 to the power 29 per centimeter cube. The degenerate plasma is a specific plasma every plasma cannot be called a degenerate. Basically, degenerate plasma must satisfy two basic conditions, which we can say as the interparticle distance must be smaller than d Broglie wavelength of the particles. And second one is the Fermi temperature should be greater than thermal temperature. And here we have discussed the Fermi momentum PF. The Fermi momentum has unique dependence on the density, which is given here. The PF directly proportional to the density with power 1 by 3. In the environment of massive stars, the electron density can be in the order of 10 raised to 36 per centimeter. There is a lot of environment in the nature which has density in the order of or greater than 6 times 10 raised to 29. and the reported density in the literature, which is available, is 10 raised power 45 per centimeter. So the plasma has all the features from classical to quantum to relativistic, ultra-relativistic, and super-ultra-relativistic. What is the magnetic quantization? Magnetic quantization, diamagnetic reactor plasma become of quantum nature in dense plasmas. Diamagnetic reactor of plasma becomes quantum nature in dense plasmas. What is the diamagnetic reactor of the plasma? As we know, when the magnetic field is applied, charged particles start gyrating in the plane perpendicular to the magnetic field along the direction along a particular direction, so that the induced magnetic field due to the rotation or gyratory motion of the charged particle, the induced magnetic field should be opposite to the applied magnetic field. So when the magnetic field applies on the charged particle, self-consisting or induced magnetic field reduce the applied magnetic field. So plasma behaves like a diamagnetic behavior. And this gyratory motion is similar to the orbital motion that is quantized when plasma is quantum or degenerate. This feature is completely absent in the classical plasma. Because in classical plasma, we know that plasma gyrate, but magnetic field has nothing to do with the motion because plasma is not quantized, not degenerate. So this magnetic quantization effect is absent in the classical plasma. In classical plasma, energy of charged particle does not change in the magnetic field. Whereas in quantum plasma or degenerate plasma, energy of an electron along the magnetic field does not change. But in the plane perpendicular to the magnetic field, energy associated with the transverse motion of an electron to the magnetic field is quantized in case of degenerate plasma. That makes the degenerate plasma behave differently in the presence of external magnetic field than the classical plasma. In classical plasma, the magnetic field does not impart any energy to the plasma, but in case of degenerate plasma, the energy is imparted, energy is associated with the charged particles which are moving perpendicular to the magnetic field, and that energy is quantized, and it is similar to the particle which are associated with an oscillator. Here, energy with the particle is associated, which is moving in a perpendicular to the magnetic field, is L plus 1 by 2 h cut omega c, where omega c is the cyclotron frequency of the electron. L is the orbital quantum number. On adding the energy corresponding to magnetic moment of electron in the magnetic field, the net energy electron in the magnetic field is this one. First is the energy when charged particle is moving parallel to magnetic field, that is not affected by the magnetic field, plus the energy of the particle which is moving, energy which is associated with the motion perpendicular to the magnetic field. This expression is for the non-relativistic case, and for relativistic case, energy becomes relativistic as well. M naught c square into 1 plus pz square m naught c square plus 2 LH cut omega cu m c square. For relativistic case, one can be ignored as compared to the other energies because one is becomes smaller other energies. So we have pz square c square plus 2lb. B is the magnetic field applied for h Planck's constant divided by 2 pi, and c is the speed of light. Here we are going to discuss the conditions of the particle of the electrons we get trapped in the potential of the wave. The energy levels of ultra-relativistic electron in potential fields phi of ion acoustic waves are given as epsilon sub e power L. L is the quantum number, orbital quantum number. P is at c square plus 2 h cut E. Capital H is magnetic field parallel to z direction. C is the speed of light. L again is the orbital quantum number, power 1 by 2 minus E phi. This is the electrostatic energy of the electron in the potential of the acoustic wave. When this total energy when electrostatic potential energy dominant over this energy, the total energy becomes negative. The electrons are trapped, and the electrons with energy levels greater than or positive, such electrons move freely inside the plasma. And however, the trapping condition, the energy which the electron with energy negative is trapped, and with energy positive is moved freely, and energy equal to 0. The trapping condition is basically the total energy equal to 0. Modified Fermi, the presence of magnetic quantization modify the Fermi distribution function. As we know, the fermions are the degenerate, the fermions are the particles which have half spin, and their distribution is described by the Fermi distribution function. And the wave function associated with the Fermi particles are antisymmetric, and in the presence of magnetic quantization, the Fermi distribution function get modified, which is given here. Here you see 1 over epsilon e power exponential power. Here is always kinetic energy minus potential, but here is the energy level over thermal energy plus E. At this modified Fermi distribution function at epsilon 0 transfers into the Heaviside step function. It means the Fermi this distribution function has either 0 value or alpha. For all the particles below the Fermi surface has distribution 1, and for all the particles having above the Fermi energy are 0, because all the particles, there are on each and every state, energy state has been completed, has been filled. Means there is a probability of finding the particle at each and every state in this system below the Fermi surface is 0. There's no vacancy, there's no empty space at absolute 0. Mathematically, when this difference of energy level minus chemical potential is not equal to 0, it is 0. And when this is equal to 0, it is 1. And the energy level is equal to Fermi energy. That is, it means that the maximum kinetic energy, maximum energy have equal to the Fermi energy that the distribution function becomes. The number density of the electrons can be calculated by using the general formula. When we know the distribution function, we need to integrate with respect to the phase space dp quantum space, phase space. In the phase space, we can find out the number density. This is the number density of the particles, number density of the particles of the electrons, which is equal to this one. You see here, the summation is over the orbital quantum numbers. Here, and not E is the number density of electron at equilibrium in the absence of any potential, any perturbations. And here eta is basically ratio of 2h cut omega c or CBF, ratio of the two energies, which here eta is basically playing the role of magnetic quantization parameter. And the second term frequency in case of ultra-relativistic case get modified. It is the ratio of EH over Fermi momentum. The degenerate plasma especially ultra-reactive region plasma, is so dense that the energy states are so close to each other, we can consider them as a continuous system. So, uh, according to, so the summation can be converted and be replaced by the integral. The integrand, the limit of this is from 1 to value of L from 1 to some maximum value, and chemical potential replaced by the Fermi energy of the system. This is 3 pi square 1 by 2 CHN or 1 by 3. This is unnormalized Fermi energy. So by putting this expression in above, the number density of electron get the expression of this one. The L maximum is equal to 1 over eta 1 plus E5 of C power 2, because this integrand must be real. This is only keep real when we take L maximum equal to this one. By integrating and by doing some straightforward mathematics, we have normalized number density of electrons like this 1 plus phi square. The capital phi is the normalized potential energy, normalized potential energy with respect to Fermi energy, and number density, normal number density is equal to number density of electron normalized with equilibrium number density. So this is the total number density of electron in the presence of magnetic quantization. You see here, the magnetic quantization has modified the number density expression in case of ultra-relativistic plasma. If we consider there's no phi, if the magnetic quantization have the effects on the density at equilibrium as well. You see, the number density appears as a function of magnetic quantization. The number density increases as the magnetic quantization increases. Magnetic quantization increase mean when we take the higher and higher magnetic field. The plasma is, when we apply higher and higher magnetic field, the number density of the plasma increases. That is a very important, it is what noticing point. What happened physically here? When there is not creation, there is not annihilation taking place, then why the density of the plasma and how the density of the plasma increases on increasing the density, magnetic field or magnetic quantization parameter. In my point of view, then when we apply the magnetic field, plasma is squeezed, magnetic field compress the plasma, and the energy, the available number of electrons per unit volume increases, which appears as higher density and higher magnetic field. In other words, we can say when we apply the magnetic field, the energy levels get close and close, or another energy levels appears there, and the electrons fill the lowest energy levels first. This is so the density of the plasma in this way increases. And in Coulomb frame, the density of ions, when we can assume as the plasma is at equilibrium, there's no magnetic field, there's equilibrium density of electrons and equal to density of ions. When we apply the magnetic field squeezes the plasma and density of electron increases, as we seen in the previous slide. The equilibrium is disturbed. The ion accordingly readjusts itself and attain another equilibrium. So magnetic quantization feature also appears in the expression of density. So normalized number density of ions as a function of potential energy and the magnetic quantization theta is given here. Is m is Mach number, which is the ratio of two speeds. U naught is the speed of the wave and over the CSFD is the speed of the Fermi ionoacoustic wave that is fixed for a particular plasma. This U naught speed is phase velocity when we are talking about are talking about the linear acoustic waves, and it becomes the speed of the nonlinear structure when we are talking about the nonlinear waves. So basically, Mach number is the ratio of two speeds. You see, when Mach number is greater than 1, it means the wave is moving, propagating with speed larger than the Fermi ionoacoustic speed. And when this Mach number is less than 1, it means the wave is moving with smaller speed than the Fermi ionoacoustic speed. Here we discuss the linear analysis. We perturb the system and linearize our electron number density and ion density, and we have expression and E1 and I1, and we put this number density in the linearized Poisson equation, which is given here. And after some mathematics, we get the dispersion relation of ionoacoustic waves modified by the presence of magnetic quantization. And you see, if we put eta 0, we will get here C square of the Fermi ionoacoustic Fermi speed divided by 3 plus lambda T, this lambda TF is square K square. So that will be the speed of the acoustic wave, square of the phase velocity of the acoustic wave, ionoacoustic wave in case of ultra-relativistic plasma, which is unmagnetized. But here, when plasma is magnetized, magnetic quantization has prominent effects on the phase velocity of the acoustic wave. Now we are going to look derivation. At the derivation, how we can derive the Sakdev potential from our previous calculations, just by putting the nonlinear number density of electrons and ions in the nonlinear Poisson equation, we get, and after small manipulation or some small mathematical straightforward mathematics, we get the Sakdev equation. We describe which is basically the balance of the kinetic energy and the potential. Describe a unit mass particle is oscillating in a unit mass particle moving with the d phi of d chi velocity in the potential field, Sakdev V phi, where V of phi is the Sakdev potential has been given here. You see here. And which are the conditions that must be satisfied by the Sakdev potential for the existence of the waves are given here. The first condition is that Sakdev potential must vanish at phi 0 and its first derivative, and its Sakdev potential and its first derivative must vanish at the phi is equal to 0 or origin, and its second derivative with phi must be negative at phi is equal to 0. This is the first condition. This first condition, and second condition is there must be another value of phi other than 0, which must be extreme value, at which the Sakdev potential other than 0 must vanish. And for all the values of the potential between this extreme value and the value 0 value of potential, the Sakdev potential should be negative. If these two conditions simultaneously are satisfied, this Sakdev potential will give us the profile of the Shorty wave. The first condition gives us the critical Mach number, and second condition gives us the extreme value of the Mach number. This is the critical Mach number. The critical Mach number is basically equal to it represents when we are talking it represents the phase velocity, normalized phase velocity of the acoustic wave. Here you see Mach number is omega over k of Cs. You see here, omega over k is the phase velocity of the. And here is the graph. We show the range of the Mach number. This you see here, the blank shaded area represents the spectrum of the Mach number at particular value of the eta. The vertically width is basically represents with which values of the Mach number at a particular value of eta the Soitan oscillative waves can exist in the plasma. And this range is basically changing with the change of the Mach number, magnetic quantization. And for the study of the oscillative waves, which value we can take for the Mach number is the Mach number can be taken greater than critical value and equal or less than maximum Mach number. Here we are going to discuss graphically the potential profile for different value of the Mach number by fixing the other value of eta and etc. You see, on increasing the value of Mach number, the width and depth of the Sakdev potential both are increasing. The width on the horizontal axis represents the amplitude of the oscillative waves. This is a corresponding soliton. You say the waves with higher the Mach number have higher amplitude and smaller width. This is the solitons which are propagating, which are in the plasma having a particular Mach number. You see, and here are the Sakdev potential profile for different value of eta. You see, on decreasing the value of eta, the width and depth both are decreasing. It mean on increasing the value of eta, the amplitude of the Sakdev potential or oscillative waves are reducing. Our speed of the soliton is also associated with the height. So, higher the value of eta, the speed of the soliton reduces. This is the corresponding soliton. This is the conclusions. Although the value of Mach number can also be less than 1, ionoacoustic oscillative waves are always supersonic for any value of eta. Second is, larger the value of Mach number, the higher the speed of solitons and vice versa. It can be noted that an increase in Mach number enhances both the width and depth of the Sakdev potential, whereas the amplitude of the corresponding ionoacoustic soliton increases, but its width reduces. Both the width and depth of the Sakdev potential reduces with increases in magnetic quantization parameter, whereas the amplitude of ionoacoustic soliton reduces with the increase in eta, and the width appears to be directly proportional to it. So far we have studied that we consider here ultra-relativistic quantum plasma, we consider magnetized plasma, and we choose that the magnetic quantization, and we discussed today what are the magnetic quantization, which are the conditions that must be satisfied by any degenerate plasma, how the degenerate plasma is different from the classical plasma, and what is the Fermi energy and what is the relation of Fermi energy with the density in the case of non-relativistic, relativistic, and ultra-relativistic. Then we calculate the number density expressions of electrons in the potential as a function of potential, electrostatic potential, as well as the magnetic quantization. And we discuss how the magnetic how the electron number density changes with the magnetic quantization. And we found the magnetic field squeezes the plasma, and and so and so the available or number of particles per unit volume increases even there when there is no creation process or annihilation process there. And we also found that the magnetic quantization parameter, magnetic quantization, basically reduces the amplitude of the ion acoustic waves. It enhances the speed of the linear waves. And it also we found that the wave is larger, the Mach number has larger the width of the Sagdev potential, higher the amplitude of the Schottky waves. Basically, such plasma, quantum plasma, can also be created in lab by using the laser, and such plasma is abundantly found in astrophysical environments. All the pulsars, all the magnetars, trough, are the quantum plasma carrying environmental objects. The study of quantum plasma is very important. And recently, there are a lot of publications can be seen in literature which are related to the semiconductor plasma. Semiconductor plasma is a quantum plasma, and metal plasma is a quantum plasma. And now we can see some problem being discussed in the literature related to the nanotube plasmas. So the quantum plasma has very bright future in the sense of practical investigation, in sense of new coming technology, and in sense of solar, in sense of very fine technology, depending on the nanoscale dynamics. I hope this lecture I have given as the demand of as an expert of plasma physicist, for the audience, for the students which are interested in quantum plasma, and those who want to do research in future or doing currently to help them. This lecture is very important.